All right, now we're live. We're live. What's going on, everybody? It is Giants Sunday, NFL Sunday. You only get 17 of these. I'm used to saying 16, but you only get 17 of these.
Yep.
So we're going to take advantage of every single one. We're going to enjoy every single one until the Giants force us to not enjoy it. Giants are on the brink of 0-4 versus the New Orleans Saints. And I'm not nervous yet, but I know I'm going to be nervous, 10 minutes before the game.
Yeah, I'm not nervous anymore because I think, when you remove the expectations, you don't get nervous. I would rather be there. Now we're at a point this year where it was different than last year, where a lot of fans, their Sundays are either at MetLife Stadium or they're not at MetLife Stadium. So, no matter what, I wish I was there. And when you're home, it's always a little bit more stressful, and I think it hurts a lot more when you're home. Yeah. I'm glad you started off the show saying that you only get 17 of these, because I was going to say something similar. It's like, lose or lose, right? Lose or lose, you got Giants football, and there's nothing like rooting for your favorite team. So,
yeah, and this is a weird matchup. This isn't like going to go against the Chiefs or the Bucks. The Saints are a weird team where they've put up points, but they haven't been really efficient offensively. But they're they have 6 interceptions in 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So that's insane to get that 6 in 3 games, to get 3 per game.
Yeah.
But offensively, it's like they're really bad yards wise. Like they're 31st in the NFL in yards right now, but they're like top 15 in points.
It's the opposite of the Giants.
Yeah, it really is. It's the exact opposite of the Giants, where the Giants move the ball well. It's like they just don't score points well. So to me today, it really comes down to if the Giants are to win, it has to be a defensive battle. Yeah. It really has to be that James Bradbury intercepted Jameis the last time he played him twice. Logan Ryan making those plays. Like the defense can't just keep the Saints to 17 to 20 points. Like we want to keep that's the goal, is keeping the 17 to 20 points, but you also got to give the offense opportunities in Saints territory.
Yeah. Yeah, playing field position battle. So even that's something that the Giants had trouble doing last year to begin with. Is this actually false? That I think the Giants have one of the best average starting field positions in the NFL, and I can go easily look that up right now. So, Bobby, take some questions while now that's on my brain.
Hashtag fire Jason Garrett. Hashtag fire Dave Gettleman. Someone says, no way Joe needs to leave if we lose today. Try English one time. JG is insurance. When Judge fails, Judge cannot fire him without ownership. All right. No more made up. Talking points.
Here's what I need to say, because I made my keys to victory video, and the Giants. Oh no, Giants offense they have like the 9th worst average starting field position. But I think the Giants off because so here's something. So Giants offense has had very poor average starting field position, but it's the Giants defense that has we force teams to have bad average starting field position because our offense moves the ball. So then when we don't score and we punt, we're able to pin teams deep. Okay, that's why that is. Everybody was very nasty yesterday. Like on Twitter, YouTube comments were nasty. I know Notre Dame lost, Rutgers lost, Yankees lost, Giants are bad. Everybody.
You love trolling Notre Dame. I love it.
I do. Yeah, I kind of hate Notre Dame, and their fans are even softer.
Why do you hate Notre Dame?
Because they're overranked every single year. They're hyped up, and then they lose. They never win a big game. I don't care about how you go 12-0 when you don't even play in a conference and you don't even play anybody big. Oh, what is Michigan your big win every year? Michigan's even more pathetic than Notre Dame. So, I just can't, and their fans just defend them. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Notre Dame because I know a lot of people get offended. Because Notre Dame fans are everywhere. But, just cool it. I know that's not exactly like YouTube and, sport and fanatic, fan is short for fanatic, but, cool it. The comments yesterday on that 5 Keys to Victory video, I'm just trying to do my fucking job. Oh, my God. Cool it. Football, we're going to lose. Just take it easy.
Chimi, can't wait for Tony's 4 targets. So let's talk about Tony today.
Yeah.
Because this is the biggest expectation day-wise for Tony, because Shep and Slayton are out. I hope the plan is to not force feed Tony a ton. have those reps where it's like this is planned design. We're going to Kadarius Toney like on a jet sweep or motion screen pass or bubble. Like have those, but Toney doesn't need to be force fed. The issue is like we talked about. Is like we also can't trust his timing wise and timing off. So you kind of have to if they don't change what they're about today, then it's a new low point. And it's not because they didn't score points, and they have two players out. But if they don't change what they do today with Sterling Shepard out, with Darius Slayton out, then it's like, man, you guys are just you guys are just stubborn because you guys, if you can argue those guys fit that system, you know what I'm saying, with Shepard, and you can argue that. You can argue that Kenny Galladay and Kadarius Toney fit that. And Evan Ingram, you forced him into it last year. Well, he definitely doesn't fit in it, and those are the three top targets today.
Galladay fits it, but they're just not. Like, Galladay fits the contested catch idea because that's what this offense is, just a bunch of contested catches. And if you are going to create explosive plays down the field, it's going to be a vertical route and it's going to be a jump ball. I mean, that's the explosive play offense and Daniel Jones's legs. I mean, that's it, because there's no yards after the catch, or there's nothing you can throw underneath and then it'll get 15 yards after the catch. There's nothing like that. So that's why, I mean, Galladay, we were saying that Galladay is the perfect fit, and he still is. But again, they're just choosing not to use him in that kind of way. And I'm not concerned about them force feeding Toney, because until I see it, I'm not going to believe that they're going to force feed him. You know what I mean? I do really think that there is a
3 out of 4 catches were force fed though.
Well, that's the way that you are going to have to use them. It's that pre-snap motion at the snap. You can't have the timing routes because everything in this offense is timing.
But that's my issue is you don't need to have force feed, or you can put them in drags. You could put them on crossing routes. There's all like, not everything has to be a curl or a stick or a vertical route. Yeah. Like not everything has to be working, the straight up in front of you. Like you can put them across the field, slants, drag, like all that stuff. And then you put them on a vertical. So it's like that's what's so frustrating. And what we talked about on the mailbag Wednesday was like Kadarius Toney excited me, not necessarily because of Toney, because I thought it signals some type of change, because you can't use him the way that they have used him so far. And I don't view Kadarius Toney as like, all right, let's put him on a screen pass. Let's put him on him, like do that stuff, but that shouldn't be like the plan for Kadarius Toney. It should be part of the plan.
It should be a compliment.
Aaron Harrigan, anyone else get the feeling Daniel Jones loses his mind today and goes for 300 plus and 2 touchdowns despite the Saints defense? No, this is the only game where I'm worried about Daniel Jones having a bad game today against the Saints defense, because I think Cam Jordan's going to just work Nate Solder, and they have a really good secondary.
Yeah, I'm worried about this being the disaster game for the O-line. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Daniel, like this is the toughest matchup for Daniel Jones. I know Denver had a good defense, but like the Saints defense, I think, is the toughest matchup so far. Even more so, like Daniel Jones is used to pass rush, but it's that good secondary that makes plays for the Saints. Does DJ make a statement game today, or is Garrett holding him back from his potential? Yeah, no, probably. If he does, I mean, if he plays well today, then it's like, all right, we can't just be like Daniel Jones is playing well. It's like, okay, this dude showed up this year and is really freaking good. Yeah. If he plays really well today. And then is Garrett holding him back? Yes, obviously.
Yes, every single one of these 19 games, Jason Garrett has held back Daniel Jones.
I'll say 16 of the 19.
Oh, okay.
Tampa, he didn't hold him back last year.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Should we have some mismatches in the red zone today with Kenny Galladay 6'4", Colin Johnson 6'6", and Rudolph 6'6"? There's no excuses for not scoring. There is no excuses, but it doesn't.
Should we have mismatches? Yes. I mean, this is even heading into this year. I mean, should Evan Ingram be a mismatch on a linebacker or a safety? Yes. Should Kyle Rudolph be a mismatch here? Should Saquon Barkley be a mismatch there? Yes. Yeah, should be.
Slammer Man asked, but isn't Judge the head coach? Yes, Joe Judge is the head coach, actually.
Good point.
That's a good question. More yards today, Colin Johnson or Kadarius Toney?
Colin Johnson. More reps today, Kadarius Toney or Colin Johnson?
Kadarius Toney. I mean, Toney got more reps last week.
But that was with Kadarius Toney playing the first half, and then Slayton and Shepard both go down, and then Colin Johnson comes in later the game, and Toney only outsnapped Johnson by 10. So I think Johnson is going to get more reps.
Slayton went out like the first drive of the game.
Nah.
Johnson will miss time with him and CJ Board will rotate. What do you
Oh.
expect from John Ross, if anything?
Oh yeah, that was a
He
question.
he was listed as kick returner 1 on the first depth chart around FanFest. Do you see any type of special team role for John Ross? Even though he's never taken a special team snap in the NFL ever, not one.
I hope he's the kick returner, because if you're not going to if CJ Board and Colin Johnson, I mean, now he wasn't there last week, so we don't know, and this is a critique that may not even be valid. But if he is going to be buried underneath the depth chart of Colin Johnson and CJ Board, then use him as a kick returner. Like, use him. He's too exciting for him to not use.
Do you think he plays wide receiver at all today?
I hope so. It's just a matter of his involvement.
Under
I really
8 reps.
I'm gonna go under.
Yeah, me too. And I'm not mad about that either. It's his first game back. I don't expect him to just
But if he's
all right,
ready
John
to go,
Ross, you are the offense now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Bobby, your hair looks so pretty today.
Wow, thank you.
Somebody says. I agree.
Well, I don't have the hairband in.
Letting it flow.
What was I going to ask about? What do you expect out of Matt Skura? I don't know. I don't know what to expect out of Matt Skura. Like, he might be better than Bredesen. You know what I'm saying? Like, this might be an upgrade.
Has he ever played guard before?
Oh, man, I should have looked that up. I think he played some guard. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Skura fits better at center and Price at guard, because Price is a little bit more athletic, but ironically enough, they might want to keep the continuity. I think they like Price. Clearly they trade BJ Hill, which is a Dave Gettleman draft pick, and I know he wasn't really going to be used a ton in this Giants defense where it would be tough for him to get reps, but I think they like Billy Price, and I think they want to kind of keep him at center while Nick Gates is hurt, and I have to sneeze again.
PFS sucks. I go snaps by position. It's like O-line. Well, I want to know where on the O-line.
You gotta look. Are you looking on PFF or Pro Football Reference?
PFF.
So you are looking at the right. Yeah, that's true. They don't break it down.
Well, Pro Football Reference will. 2017 he played right guard.
Okay.
How many snaps did he play that year? He played 68% of the snaps, all at right guard. So he has played guard before.
Okay. Should I sneezed on my 5 keys to victory video?
Yeah, I did see that.
I thought that was the funniest. I was laughing while I was editing it, and I was doing the slow motion of the sneeze. It's because I put that nasty cup to my face because I acted like I was drinking it, even though there was nothing in it, and then it's dusty, so then I've sneezed. Still feeling it.
Let's all pray for
Daniel Jones,
Matt Skura's health.
Yeah. Jordan Ronan asked a funny question. It was like a joking question, but it was also kind of a good question. Do you feel the left guard position is cursed, or there's a jinx on it? And he's like, no. So good to confirm that Skura doesn't think there's a jinx on it.
Very nice. Someone said, do you walk on water? Fun fact, she just didn't have long hair. Kev Wallace, Quincy Roche should get more playing time over X. Yes. I am so disappointed in O'Shane Zimenez, and I didn't expect him to be a world beater this year. But I thought he'd at least be like a solid pass rusher. And he'd make some plays as a pass rusher where you can overlook that he doesn't play really good in the run defense. He has been pitiful. He might be the worst. He might be the worst player that's gotten serious reps this year. Yeah. Might be O'Shane Zimenez. So yes, Quincy Roche should play over him.
Yeah, one pressure.
And Carter's been disappointing too. Aziz has been the only person that's made any type of play on that from that edge room.
Yeah, we can easily look it up. I know. O'Shane has 1 pressure, 0 QB hits, 0 sacks, and I posted it on my personal about all the pass rushing order. The pressures and the stats is pitiful. They're averaging 9 per game as a team. Pretty sure every single team has averaged more than 30 pass attempts. So Aziz is leading the team in pressure with 6. Leonard Williams has 4. Jabril has 3. So Jabril Peppers, who had 6 pass rush snaps against Atlanta, and he had 2 QB hits, he's third on the team with 3 pressures. And then Austin Johnson has 3. I mean, that's pathetic. Austin Johnson and Jabril Peppers have more pressures than Lorenzo Carter, Dexter Lawrence, O'Shane Zimenez. That's bad.
You know what sucks is Austin Johnson got the credit for that sack in week 1.
Yeah.
They should have given it half and half to Logan Ryan and Leonard Williams.
Hey.
Cheyenne, who will be our week 6 guest picker. I did the raffle on Patreon this
Yes.
morning, so she'll be the guest picker, the listener picker for week 6. Says prayers for Justin's allergies too. No,
Thank you.
let's use our prayers in something more useful.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I appreciate you, Cheyenne.
But... let's see. So I always have my my path to victory. Do you have like the path to victory in your head, or are you kind of like we're gonna lose?
I'm kind of. I mean, you always have a path to victory, right? And we talked about it. It's this game is going to have to be a classic 2020 win of defense comes through and offense does enough. And frankly, I think that's honestly the coaching staff's philosophy too. That is the path to victory of bad Jameis and offense. You got to capitalize in the red zone too. I mean, you got to capitalize in red zone. You can't have field goals, and that's the path to victory. It really is.
Yeah. Is it pretty much a lock that Aziz gets 1 sack today? We need it because we need him to stay on pace for 17 sacks. You know what? Get 2 sacks, Aziz. Buy your game. Give yourself 1 game of insurance.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
That will become, if that continues to happen, that will become the best talking point of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, Aziz.
My worry though is that Aziz's sacks will put more pressure on him than what he is.
No, I agree. I
know?
mean, how many QB he has? I mean, he has 3 QB hits too. So he has 3 sacks and 3 QB hits.
Yeah, he's played well, but it's like I don't think Aziz is like a dominant pass rusher right now.
Yeah, he's tied with leading the team in QB hits with Leonard Williams with 3.
Oh yeah, he's definitely the best pass rusher on the team.
That's not saying much.
Yeah. Let's see. Got to hit Winston early and often. I don't know if that's possible. We don't even get to the QB when we blitz. Like seriously, like it is. Our pass rush has gotten pretty damn weak.
Winston holds on to the ball for quite a long time. Do we have inactives officially? Because somebody just told us to check the inactives.
No, I had Danny tweet them out. So let me see. Let's see. Come on. Back. Let's see. Do we got the inactives? Sterling Shepard, Slayton, Bredesen, obviously. Josh Jackson, Sam Beal. Sam Beal continues to be inactive, and Raymond Johnson.
Can we also talk about?
Call me Raymond.
It's crazy how Raymond Johnson's inactive. They've actually used him a little bit here and there, but
yeah,
isn't it so crazy that Aaron Robinson's not here? He's still hurt, but then they sit Josh Jackson, who they traded Isaac Adom for. So what? Keon Crossan, who's a special teamer, and Rodarius Williams / Darnay Holmes. Those are the only cornerbacks, not counting the 2 outside corners. Right? They're not dressing another corner.
No, so how many is that? 4?
Yeah, it's 4 in Keon Crossan. So it's Bradbury.
5.
Bradbury, Jackson, Williams, Holmes, Crossan. But technically only 4 because Crossan's just a special teamer.
Well, if there's any like special teamer who can play defense, it would be Crossing him. He started games at corner in the NFL.
No, I just find it to be bizarre that they don't suit up Josh Jackson or Sam Beal, because if they're going to use Rodarius in the slot, and if Bradbury or Adoree Jackson goes down, then Darnay Holmes is right back at the slot. Rodarius Williams has to go outside, and then they basically have no depth after that.
I view Crossan as more depth than you're giving him credit for.
Okay, fair.
I love the fake Jordan Renan. He spells the name wrong.
Yes,
it's Raan.
Wait, Mandela effect. I thought it was 2 A's at the end and not 2 A's in the beginning.
Yeah. Is Booker? No, Booker is active today, that wasn't talked about enough last week that Devontae Booker was inactive.
Yeah, and especially because there was a stretch of time where in the stands, I think people thought Saquon got hurt, and we're like, oh, this is a great time for Devontae Booker to be out.
Yeah, Saquon, every time he like gets tackled where he doesn't want to be tackled, he like gets up like he got injured.
Yeah, great.
Great.
Oh, this is a good question. Where is Carter Coughlin? I'm not Tom. I mean, maybe he's talking about Tom Coughlin. We need him too. But where's Carter Coughlin? Edge reps, interior line. I mean, so Blake Martinez is out. Does he get more interior reps on passing downs?
Yeah, and he's gotten a handful each game too on passing downs anyway. So, but I think they'll definitely give him this week. But Yeah, I think Patrick Graham realizes that, like, hey, this edge room's not getting anything. Like, we were talking about Quincy Roche. Carter Coughlin might get edge reps. I think at some point they're going to have to give Carter Coughlin some of those because at least he can put together a pass rush. I know he can't play the run well on the edge, but at least he can put together a pass rush. So
I also people rewatch that Seattle game and rewatch some plays in that Cincinnati game. I know they're not Seattle is a good rushing offense. Rewatch those games last year and watch how good Carter Coughlin sets the edge. I'm not a film guy, but when I was doing my PPP prep for this past year, like seeing the plays that he would make in those games, just setting the edge. I give Carter Coughlin a little bit more credit in the run game. That's my 2 cents.
All right, give Coughlin more credit. More credit for Coughlin. Tay Crowder's active. Yes, I expect him to be. Crowder played well in Blake's absence last week. So
we got a fun Jason Garrett's not the problem super chat.
Yeah, I was just gonna ignore it.
Okay, fair. Thank you for leaving $5, Devin. But we're not going to acknowledge that question.
Yeah, I mean it's the pregame Q&A. Well, I'm not spending 10 minutes on that.
Don't get us too mad.
Let's see. We had some Saints fans on our channel be like, hey, you guys do a good job previewing. So that was nice.
Yeah, and there were some Saints fans, and some Saints fans left more respectable comments in the 5 Keys video than Giants fans, so I appreciate them.
Let's see. We didn't know AT had a messed up ankle until the season ended. How possible is that Parrott has some sort of injury? I find it incredible that he's not starting over shoulder his cheeks. He's practicing every single week. He's not listening. If you are battling with, you're not listening on the injury report. Andrew Thomas missed 2 snaps last year. That it weren't besides when he got suspended for the first quarter of the Washington game. So
yeah,
and Nate Solder missed more time in training camp than Matt Parrott did. Matt Parrott when Matt Parrott came back, he played the entire time.
It's football, like I said, if you're not listed on the injury report, which it's very easy for you to just be listed on the injury report every week and be questionable and then play if something is actually bothering you. But it's football. If you're not on that injury report, you're expected to play at 100%. I mean, I'm kind of over the whole. It kind of got annoying this offseason to the point it's like, oh, Andrew Thomas's ankle, blah blah blah. Like no, like
yeah, I remember when that came out, we made it very clear like that is not why he struggled throughout the season. Like he got better at what he was struggling at. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it didn't help, but it wasn't the reason for
it's football.
Yeah. You guys have any pregame superstitions? I don't. Do you?
No. When I'm at MetLife Stadium, it's a different story. When I'm at MetLife, I have to park in parking lot K and close to K12. I have to go in at a certain part of our section because I sit in section 315, and there's 2 entrances to 315. There's one entrance to 315 that has the Giants Pride plaque where you can hit it, and there's one that does. There's one that doesn't. So I have to hit the one that has it, even if I have to walk a little bit further. I hit it, boom, and then I wipe it down. So that's I think those are like my two big ones that I've been doing for years. So
beautiful.
It hasn't worked.
I'm trying to think of when I played. I had a bunch of them. Like I literally wore the same wristbands for like on the first day of like our first game of camp, we got wristbands from Gatorade, and I literally wore those wristbands for like the rest of my career. And in college, I was kind of a douche, so on my wrist tape,
oh boy,
I had 321, which is my county, and then FLA on the other one.
Nice, I like that. That's not douchey. Well, you were a douche in college, but
One time the ref made me cover it up. He's like, that could be a gang. It's like, it's literally my area code, dude.
Florida? Doesn't know much about gangs.
Yeah, it was Minnesota, so they're weird up there.
There could be a gang, don't you know? Did he sound like that?
No, but I remember the first time someone talked like that, and I was like, we was at Subway, and they're like, you want that toasted?
Cool.
Here's actually a really good question, and something we haven't thought about. Do you think us losing Brett Bielema actually had a bigger impact on the edge rusher group than expected? You know what? That probably is true. Like, we talked about it when Bielema left. It's like, man, it's kind of crazy to think like a guy who's been a head coach of a college program handling all those, and then you put that type of work ethic just into basically like 5 guys in a room, It's like, man, that coaching must be like superior. So yeah, that's the talking point we should have. Is like that they have lost out by not. And I don't know who. I mean, didn't they? Who is the Giants' outside linebacker coach right now? Like, I don't think they have an official outside linebacker coach.
No, is it not like?
I think they're just working Scherer with them, right?
Are Pruitt sharing the Is Pruitt sharing the duties with anybody? No, or he's
I'm sure
like
I'm sure, but like I don't think they have an official outside linebackers coach. Like you got, Anthony Blevins, assistant linebackers. You got Carter Blount, quality control. Jeremy Pruitt, senior defensive assistant.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they only have one official linebackers coach, and that's Kevin Scherer. And last year he spent
somebody's got to work with them. Like there's got to be two coaches that work with them, so it's probably the assistant linebackers coach, and then there's got to be somebody else who's like the main coach coaching them up.
Yeah, it's probably Pruitt.
I just can't believe that. Like this should be a fun exercise we should do soon, where it's just like go game by game and list like the 4 edge rushers that got the most snaps and compile like the total pressures. I think I can do this because Pro Football Reference has the advanced data for every game. At least I think they do. Like go game by game and like, okay, it's Nico Lalos, Carter Coughlin, Cam Brown that are like 3 of the edge rushers that got the most, and Kyler Fackrell. There's games, and I guarantee you this is the Seattle game last year. Cam Brown, Carter Coughlin, Nico Lalos, and Kyler Fackrell, the 4 edge rushers that get the most snaps for us. And that defense and that unit does more at getting to the quarterback than this defense does. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like they were better at getting to the Kyler Fackrell. We have our like off season like biggest like free maybe signing Kyle Rudolph. Like, what were the mistakes? Moving off of Kyler Fackrell for Ryan Anderson, I think might be one of the more underrated ones. Like Kyler Fackrell was a solid player for the Giants. Like he kind of held that edge group together. He did it. He dropped back in the coverage, played the run well, and he was our leading sack getter in that room. I think he had like 4.5 sacks. And it's not like he missed games. He wasn't playing a ton to the start, and he had like 4.5 sacks. So he would be, like him and Aziz would feel a lot better than Aziz and Lorenzo.
I don't know because Carter's still good against run, but I would rather have Kyler Fackrell, who's a steady, more versatile player than O'Shane.
Oh yeah, O'Shane, no doubt.
Yeah.
Why isn't Caden Smith caught posting down the middle like that touchdown he caught against the Patriots in preseason? Because that was with 30 seconds left to go in the half, and the Giants were forced to do that. That's why. That is why. Because they haven't been forced into that situation.
I do find it to be crazy that the best way that they used a lot of their players. I mean, Sterling Shepard also did have a really good game, and he's a huge loss. But I mean, even Slayton had a good game against Washington, except for the drop. But the way that they used their players against Washington, on like 3 days rest, they had 3 days to prepare for that game. It's that game is better than every other game plan that they've had, where they had 9 months to prepare for Denver. They had 10 days to prepare for Atlanta, and now watch, they have a whole week to prepare for New Orleans, and let's see how this looks.
Yeah,
it's the game with 3 days rest that they look the best.
It did, but at the same time, like today, even if I love Jason Garrett's game plan today, I'm still off of Jason Garrett.
Yeah, I agree. I told you, and I think I said this on the stats report. I'm no longer getting excited by 1 game sample sizes because I did it against remember how excited I was after Washington? And I'm like, all right, I think we're in it. We have the personnel here. They're getting adjusted. Okay, it's here now. Let's do it. Let's move forward. I got excited off of it, and I'm no longer going off of 1 game sample sizes. Like, put it together 3 weeks in a row, and then we'll talk. But they're probably not going to do it. So
right. Let's see.
That's right. First time wearing white today with the white pants.
The gray pants look like white pants on TV, though. I wonder if it'll look a lot different, though.
I think it's going to look fun because any time that you're in not even a dome, but the Mercedes, the Superdome is a dome. It's not like one of these new stadiums with the roof and it's also a dome. But anytime you're in like a dome, the lighting looks a lot more fun. So then the uniforms pop more. So I'm actually excited to see how it looks with the lighting on TV.
We're also in the worst dome in the NFL though too, which is the Superdome. Like that dome's a mess. Like it looks dim in there.
Oh,
Like they're the only like the the Vikings, the Rams. Like it looks like super bright. The Saints one looks dim.
Oh, I didn't know that.
At least to me, it does. All right, we're at 30 minutes. We'll go another 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been fun. Everybody's been cool.
Let's check. Let me check Twitter for notifications. See if we have missed anything.
Is it irresponsible coaching when you don't run RPOs with Daniel Jones? I mean, they run RPOs. I think you mean read options.
Yeah, read option. They ran RPO.
Yeah, they run RPOs, but it's utilizing Daniel Jones's legs, and that's the read option. They gotta. I think they got to do it. Especially if the running game isn't working, and that's been the only kind of source of 20+ yard run plays. Saquon's produced some 15+ yard, 10+, 15+ yard plays, but this is something that I tweeted out and I said on the 5 Keys video. I was looking on Football Outsiders yesterday. The Giants are 31st in the NFL at producing runs in between 5 to 10 yards. That's bad.
How much? Where are they at 20+ yard runs? Because I know Jones probably has a few in there. Saquon has one, I think.
Football Outsiders only includes running backs in this. Oh, you want so?
I want it without Daniel Jones because I want.
Oh, you want? All right,
yeah.
Good. Then I actually think they're somewhat high. Let me. Basic line stats, basic offense, second level rank, and where are they? The Giants. Oh no, open field. I'm sorry, open field rank. The Giants are 11th. The Giants are 11th in the NFL and running back carries of, I believe, 10+ yards.
That's pretty interesting.
Yep, they're 11th in the NFL. Saquon's gotten a few 10+ yard runs, but again, it's just the consistency of it. It makes very much sense that they're second to last in the NFL in runs between 5 to 10 yards, where whenever the Giants kind of do run the ball, it's either going to go past the sticks, right? Or it's going to be a wasted play. And it's like, oh, well, it's a 2nd and 8. It's a 3rd and 8. And you just can't have that. You can't have those wasted / negative net, zero net gain plays.
John May says hard to have a running game with no O-line, and that's the point. That's why you don't draft a running back with no O-line. Oh man. Don't forget to like it. Wrong one. I clicked the wrong one. Don't forget to like and sub Talking Giants versus the World. Saquon needs a fullback to block for him. The offensive line isn't getting it done. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of regular fullback reps. I don't think that fixes the run game, but it has been interesting. We haven't seen a ton of like fullback reps. Now you've seen Caden Smith lead blocking reps, but there has been very few with just Elijah Penny lining up in the backfield. Which really like the fullback, so the Falcons use a fullback a ton. Yeah. It really does mess up your run game, because it's like you don't know what your gaps are going to be pre-snap, and it's a lot more read and react from a defense. Unless you just totally stack the box versus a fullback, and most teams don't, especially against that, the Arthur Smith wide zone scheme. So that's why I wanted Ben Mason so much, because it really does change your run game a little bit. We got to entertain it. What's going on? What's up, fellas? But it just messes up your run fits.
Yep. And teams haven't really been stacking the box against Saquon this year, so
no.
So why not use the fullback more? Why not? Why not?
Let's see. Saquon has been boom or bust run style since college. Yeah, but it's been a lot less boom.
Yeah.
This season.
Yep.
So it's been a lot of bust.
I can easily look this up. Where were the Giants ranked in 2018 in runs between 5 to 10 yards? So that's second level rank.
I think more outside zone runs can benefit Barkley, get him moving horizontal, forcing him to make a cut and go. These inside duo runs are all about his decision and vision. He doesn't dance. Yeah, but we don't have the guys to block outside zone.
Giants were 25th in 2018 in runs between 5 to 10 yards, which I did not know that. That's actually worse than I thought. Snacks is on the phone. Hey, Snacks, you're on YouTube. What's up, buddy? I feel like Craig Carton. What's up, buddy?
I just started season 6 of Sopranos.
I'm on YouTube. We're live streaming. Bobby just started season 6 of Sopranos, and I just welcomed you into the live stream like I'm Craig Carton by saying, "What's up, buddy?"
Oh, I get it. What's up, everyone?
Tell him that the Adriana death was like maybe the best episode of the entire series.
The Adriana episode was like the best episode of the entire series, Bobby said, for Sopranos.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, you agree?
It's very sad, but
yeah, man, that's the first time where I was really sad after an episode.
Yeah, that's the first time he was really sad during an episode. Did you see The Many Saints of Northgate, or are you a fraud?
No, I decided I'm not going to watch it.
He decided he's not going to watch it. You watched
Too emotional.
You sat in front of that TV on Friday or Saturday for 2 hours. You cried and you turned it off, and you didn't watch it.
I didn't see it.
I didn't watch it. So Friday night when you dropped.
You taking naps in the morning, Ryan Donnelly?
Stayed in bed, and I went to HBO
I
Max.
muted Justin's mic for a second.
And I saw Many Saints of
You
Newark,
can't
and
spoil Sopranos for me anymore. It's like a 10-year-old series. Let's see. What's up, boys? Just woke. Well, if you haven't watched the series yet, you're good. Is Bates Jones future NBA MVP? That is not talked about enough, Justin. That Bates Jones is going to be. He's part of the final Coach K team at Duke.
Oh, this is true. This is Daniel Jones's brother. Sounds just like him. Crazy. Looks like he has a little bit more of a personality. Now that could just be the video.
Yeah, it was a hype video.
It was a hype video.
It was very little personality. So,
but he does look like he has a little bit more spunk than Daniel Jones, I'd say.
What's crazy is he wasn't even good at Davidson, and now he's. I guess they need someone to be like the 15th man on the bench at Duke.
Sure.
He's a grad transfer, but like he wasn't like I would pay attention at Davidson. Like let's look up Bates Jones Davidson stats. Bates Jones
woke up this morning.
Stats.
Boom boom in your eyes.
6'8", 225. So he's bigger than Daniel. Last year he averaged 2.6 points per game, only 12 minutes per game. And he said shooters shoot in that. He was a 38% 3-point shooter, so pretty decent. But he shot 1.5 per game. So he shot more threes than twos per game. Rebounds, 2.6. That's not bad for 12.5 minutes a game. Assists. He don't pass the ball, less than an assist per game. Turnovers. Does he have turnovers? I don't know if they have turnovers on here.
Should I make a video talking about how the 2018 rushing offense actually wasn't that good, and it was just Saquon Barkley producing explosive plays?
I don't think anyone ever thought it was good.
Oh.
It was just the explosive plays make differences in games.
Yeah, because their power rank is bad. Their overall adjusted line yards ranking was 29th, but then they were first in the NFL. How much further were they ahead from everybody? Let's see. Open field rank. Oh my God, they were way ahead of everybody. Atlanta was, I think, was that Todd Gurley? Atlanta was the second team that produced out of their running backs most 10+ yard runs in 2018. And the Giants blew them away.
Freeman.
Oh, Devonta Freeman. Fun. Former Giant.
All right, let's go another minute or so.
Yeah.
Let me put this up while we do it. Patreon.com/TalkingGiants. It's $2 a month or more if you want. We'll be live at 7 o'clock sharp tonight because I want to watch the Patriots-Bucks game. So we'll be live at there 7 o'clock, recapping the game, win or loss. Then you get a free sticker, all that good stuff. If not, it'll be out tomorrow morning for you. So how about that?
Yep. Yeah, Patreon chat's cool. A lot of cool people. The chat is going all throughout, whereas everybody's kind of like replying to each other versus a live stream where, sometimes we don't get to your comments, and when we're recording, typically we're not reading the comments, but if you want to talk to other Giants fans while you listen to us talk about the game, that's a really cool place to do it. And I know they have like a group chat too, and you can ask to be a part of it. It's a lot of fun.
All right. That's a pregame show. I am going to eat lunch.
Me too.
I'm going to get nervous, and the Giants are going to win. The Giants are going to win.
Me too.
I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I really appreciate you guys. We'll see you later. Let's go, Big Blue.